Hello and welcome back to the Sports Dungeon. I'm your host, Lauren Tepper. One thing I did forget about is this past week, North Arkansas College had its individual skills camp for the upper age divisions, junior high and high school. And I'd like to give a shout out to those winners. On the high school level, the outstanding camper went to Bergman's own Austin Evans. Austin, congratulations on being the outstanding camper. And from what I've heard, preliminary, it looks like Bergman's in for a real treat. And you have really grown and progressed quite well. And Coach Yoakum's going to have a lot of fun with you at the high school level this year. There's some other campers that had some good things. I'll put a shout out to my own kids. Congratulations to my older son, Timothy, who won the Hustle Award. And I talked to my wife a little bit and some other people. He really did put all his effort out. And I'd like to give a big shout to him. And then my other one, Cody, and his buddy Dylan, they had some fun. They won some awards. I know Cody won the obstacle course and the three-point shooting. He really showed up his brother, but that was a good thing. Well, as I see the guy next to me here, though, we're here to talk basketball and the Maybe basketball tournament. Scott Graddy, tournament director. Welcome to the show, Scott.
Thanks for having me.
We're here. It's a week away, and tell us a little bit how this got started for you.
Well, as you know, I'm a high school referee, basketball referee, and I went and ref the Mid-America Youth Basketball. That's the Maybe tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
Went and ref that in the Nationals about 3 years ago and decided this would be a great thing to have in Harrison. Mid-America Youth Basketball is the largest or the fastest growing basketball organization in the world. And they have tournaments, they have them 10 or 15 different cities every weekend, year-round. And I thought we needed one in Harrison, so we put one together 3 years ago, and it was a success, and we've grown every year. We have 40-something teams coming to town July 9th through the 11th, and this will be our third year.
The difference between most people who are in the older age groups talk about AAU basketball. Mm-hmm. What's the difference between the two?
Well, there will be some AAU-type teams in this tournament, but Mid-America Youth Basketball is a lot more school team friendly. You can bring your school team to this tournament and you won't face a AAU type team in every game you play. Mm-hmm. You'll get to play some of those for the experience, and you'll play a lot of school teams as well. So it is a lot more school team friendly. Okay,
and this year you utilize a bunch of gymnasiums across town.
Right.
Last year, my son's team from Valley played in it. They were at the sports complex, not at Grace Christian.
Right.
Sports complex, what did I say? Yeah, not sports. The youth centers. They were at the Brandon Bros. Were playing, and they played out at Grace Christian.
Right.
What other places are you utilizing?
We're trying to use all air-conditioned gyms this summer.
That's a big deal. Grace Christian was that was rough to play.
It is. It's a great gym, and it's great for our winter tournament. We have one in the winter also, but in the summer it gets very hot in there. So we're using Bergman High School, we're using the North Arkansas College, and we're using the Youth Center, and we may pick up one of the area church gyms as well if we need to for overflow.
So you said earlier off camera you got 40 teams coming in,
right?
Both boys and girls, starting at what age?
Third grade all the way up through kids that graduated this past year. We have the good Valley Springs team the boys that just went to the state finals. They're coming to play. Those
2
kids
years
that just
ago.
graduate.
Yeah, they didn't make the state final. They made it to the semifinals.
Right, semifinals. those yes, they were in the state finals 2 years ago and the semifinals last year. They are coming back. The kids that just graduated, some of those will be playing at North Ark this fall. They're going to play against some of our other senior teams from the area and some teams from outside the area that are coming in. What's the
furthest team you got coming that you know of as of right now that's confirmed?
We have a team coming in from Oklahoma, all Indian girls. They call themselves the Indian Attitude. They're a fun team to watch. We have a team from Mississippi coming up.
What age?
They are junior girls, and then we have several teams from Missouri coming down. So
wow.
We have a sixth grade girls team from Missouri that just won a national tournament that are coming in to play. So they'll be a lot of fun to watch.
Do you have local representation every level?
We do. It's about half and half. About half the teams are from the area, and about half of them are from outside the area, outside the state.
How much promotional work do you have to go through to get this done? I mean, this isn't something that And a lot of people just think they show up and all of a sudden this just gets put on. This takes a lot of cooperation, putting this together from the youth center to the schools to getting all this done.
It does. I talk to coaches year round while I'm refereeing, and outside of that, I contact coaches several months in advance. It's hard to bring this many teams together. It takes a lot of the area teams have to come out and support you, or it's just hard to make this work.
Hard to make it work.
Yeah.
All right, let's break it down. You probably hadn't put together a tournament bracket. What division and age group looks like it's going to have the most teams?
The junior girls. We have 10 teams in the junior girls division, and very competitive teams.
Junior girls being what age?
These are girls that'll be next year's 8th and 9th graders. So that's our junior girls division. We have a real competitive senior girls and senior boys division as well.
How many in the younger age?
There are about half the teams are third through 8th grade.
Any rules differences, unlike when you play in some differences? Is third graders playing on a 10-foot net, 3-point line?
Everybody is playing on 10-foot goals and 15-foot free throw lines. We do run the clock to 20-minute halves. We have to fit in a lot of games in a day, so we do. And these kids will play 5, 6, 7 games in 2.5 days. So we do run the clock for them.
Okay. It kicks off next Friday, July 9th. Everybody going to play Friday night, or how's that going to work?
No, some of the teams that have to travel a long ways, some of them will choose to play on Saturday and Sunday only. When they do that, they'll be forced to play 3 games on Saturday. It'd be a little more tiresome for them, but it keeps them from having to travel over after work on a Friday.
Let's talk a little bit about the tournament. As last year we weren't in it the first year. We had some obligations that we had to take care of with my son, but then last year we were in it. One of the things that you and I talked about on camera was the championship games.
Right.
I was brought this up to you that I was hoping to see, and I told you I'd bring it up here. Is one of the things I'd like to see is all the championship games at North Arkansas College.
Right. We did that in this winter's tournament, and we're going to do that again this year.
Starting at what time? I mean, because you can't start at 8 o'clock in the morning.
We'll start there with semifinals games that morning, and we'll go through 4, 5, 6 o'clock on Sunday evening as well. Championship game. We have about 8 different divisions, so we'll have 8 championship games right in a row. So
starting with what, like third grade girls, third grade boys, and then
we'll play the younger ones early and try to end up with the senior girls and senior boys that evening. Sometimes it'll get mixed around to fit schedules, but
especially if you got 10 in the when you and I'm assuming you're going to do something similar like a pool play, and then break down into playing in a bracket tournament seating and then playing.
Right, like with those 10 teams in the junior girls, we'll split them up into 2 pools. They'll play within their own pool. The top, then we will seed them as the top team out of Pool A, top team out of Pool B,
and they'll play the bottom of the
of the opposite pool,
or actually with 10. So you're probably going to have the number 1 seeds will get a bye in that first round, and they'll play that'll be all right.
Right.
Okay, so y'all going to play at North Ark. Going to end about that's exciting, because if you're just interested in coming and seeing just the title games, you can go out to North Ark, sit out there, and work out pretty good, right?
Sit there all day in the air conditioning and watch some very good basketball, very good teams from outside the area come in and play our local talent.
And just on the main floor, though, you're not going to play on the practice court?
No, just on the main floor.
The practice court you may be using for tournament games.
The practice, no, we won't use it at all. In fact, we will probably have the bleachers down over there as well.
Oh, will you?
Yep. If not, we'll leave it for a warm-up floor for the team playing next or something, but we won't use that for games.
How much time are you allowed in between games? About 45 minutes?
Between games?
No, I'm talking about time game starts to the end.
Yeah, we allow an hour per game with timeouts and halftime and all of that. Most games take around 50 minutes, somewhere in there.
Even with a running clock?
Yep.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, I'm going to talk a little bit more about this maybe tournament that's taking place next weekend. We'll be right back.